Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for January 14th through the 20th. For those of you who do not know, this will be a general reading for the week ahead. All areas of life, guys. Family, work, money, whatever comes up. And I'm going to pull one card for love. Those of you who are like, no, I want to know all about love. I want like a lot of details about love. Check out the Virgo love reading I already posted for January. I'll have a link in the description. And since so many people asked for it, I'm going to do a mid-month love update in a couple of days. So subscribe, hit notification if you haven't already, and you will get the love notice when it's up. Let's see what's happening this week. Okay, my lovelies. Let's do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then, of course, a card for love for Virgo. All right, there's your love card. And let us see what is happening. Monday, Tuesday, 7 of air, Virgo. 7 of air to me. And I know this has a specific meaning depending on the creator of the deck. And each creator of the deck has like a different way that they like to interpret the cards. So 7 of air could definitely be the energy of finding a different way of doing things, seeing the gray areas. Things aren't so black and white. Finding creative solutions to problems. For some of you, it's being very careful in how you're stepping out of a tricky situation. Maybe some of you are like having to leave a job and you're having to do it in a very kind of like sneaky sort of way where you're trying to go on these job interviews without your boss knowing. Or some of you have some family things that are happening and you got to do things without like family getting in your business or knowing what you're up to because you know that it's going to be drama. Maybe some of you are getting ready to leave like an abusive or toxic relationship and you're having to be very cautious the way that you're like tiptoeing around it. So it's going to be different things for different people. 7 of air though for me, okay, 7 of air is also the same as 7 of swords. And when I see 7 of swords, to me this is sometimes there's some kind of cyber stalking going on where either you're snooping up on somebody, like you're trying to see what you can access of their social media, or it could be vice versa. Somebody's looking at your social media, or maybe you guys are doing it to each other. It could be a mutual thing, but some kind of investigating happening. And typically, I have to say, I'm sorry to say, it's not always with the best of intentions. It's usually with the intent for deception. What is going on in this person's life? What do they want to hear? How can I reappear in their life in a way where like they're going to welcome me back? It's almost like they're trying to figure out what mask they have to put on for you to talk to them or to give them another chance. And typically it's somebody that kind of sort of already knows you. You know, but that could be happening for some of you. So I would just say be cautious, Virgo, of, you know, people who are just kind of falling out of the woodwork in the coming week. Your card for Wednesday, Thursday is the moon, and this is secrets being revealed. This is intuition, the strengthening of intuition. It could be creativity. It could be imagination. Some of you are going through a really immense healing right now, Virgo, a really immense healing. And it's because of the fact that we recently had this really powerful new moon. And a lot of you began to realize things you didn't realize about what you wanted out of life. I think some of you maybe realized that you had certain dreams or certain desires that you weren't paying attention to and they just kind of resurfaced. And that could have been a little emotional for some of you. And then on top of it, that new moon, typically new moon energy will last about a month. But since we had an eclipse after it and we're coming into another eclipse, we're going to feel that energy for the next 6 months. Okay? And so we're creating the next 6 months, guys. Be very cautious of your thoughts and your actions and your decisions because you're creating the next few years of your life. And so I think the moon card is coming up to remind you of this, Virgo. If I'm not mistaken, I think Virgo was one of the signs that was more heavily influenced by this particular new moon, although I could be wrong. But in whatever the case, those of you who are watching this video, you guys have something happening in your energy where you're being affected by this new moon pretty like heavily right now. And I feel like what is happening, the way that you're feeling it, is a lot of your subconscious is coming to the surface. So you might be remembering things that you had buried. You might be realizing feelings you didn't know that you had. You might have karmic stuff coming up where you're having to clear out some karma with people or some bad blood. Virgo, I feel some of you, not all of you, for some of you, you're on the receiving end of this like apology or this amends, like people are reaching out to you, or you're having opportunities to confront people for ways in which they have wronged you and for just speaking your piece. For other ones of you, some of you Virgos, you're feeling like you're the offender. You're feeling like you did something wrong. And for some of you, it's a mix between, like you're realizing ways in which you were wronged, ways in which you have wronged others. But for some of you, you're feeling very moved to try to like clean up that karma and maybe even make apologies to others. And some of you are trying to release some feelings and do some healing, and it might come through like creative expression. Maybe you're journaling, maybe all of a sudden you're feeling like you want to paint and you're like, what in the heck is this? I don't draw, I don't paint, but I'm feeling like I want to start. When those little things happen, pick them up and do them, okay? Like it's your guides guiding you through your next step, guiding you through your spiritual evolution, guiding you through your healing. And this is all of the stuff that needs to come out of the way so that we can experience things like financial abundance and true love and you know, being able to manifest, you know. So the universe is trying to help you clear the way for those things. So when you feel like, I feel like I want to write, I don't know what I want to write, but I feel like I want to sit down and write, go ahead and do that. Or whatever it might be, painting or listening to music. Or if you're feeling like, you know what, I should get up and get rid of some stuff. That happens to me right before I hit a pretty big shift in my life. All of a sudden I start seeing things and I'm like, why do I have this bookshelf? I should donate this. I should get this out of the way. I don't know, like it's like weird. But objects retain energy. And some of you are becoming more sensitive to the energy around you. So don't be surprised if you find yourself feeling like you want to move things around, like rearrange furniture, or there's certain things that you had that you're wanting to give away or get rid of. Listen to those feelings, because intuitively you're being guided for shifting your energy and releasing things from the past that have been holding you back. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 7 of water, okay? Now, what did I say about that new moon? I told you guys you're feeling the energy, and that new moon was about realizing what you want, realizing what your dreams were, or things that like you would like to call in. And I think that feeling is getting stronger for you as you're coming into the end of this week, because 7 of water is having a lot of different options or a lot of different choices and having a hard time figuring out what you want to do. It's like for a long time, maybe your thinking was very limited and you thought you didn't have a whole lot of choices or options. So maybe you just kind of went with whatever was easiest or whatever just kind of seemed to fall in your lap or what just seemed like somebody recommended for you to do. And now all of a sudden you're realizing, hey, you know what? I can create a future. I can create like what I want and I can make some changes here. But there's so many different things I want to do. There's so many different flavors I want to try. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed, Virgo. And because you all can be so incredibly like hard on yourselves, you can be very critical on yourselves, and you could be very much in like that perfectionist energy. You're like, I want to pick the best one and I don't want to be wrong. I want it to be the best one and I don't want to be wrong. And you might be kind of like overwhelmed in that energy. Well, my dear Virgos, the one piece of advice that I can give you is, you know, kind of what we call in the metaphysical world, going within for the answer. I know it sounds like really hippy-dippy talk, but I'm going to explain it to you. You're just going to sit down and you're going to write down a list of all these different options, all these different things you're wanting to do that you're having a hard time making up your mind which one you should pursue, okay? And then you're going to sit down and one by one, you're just going to kind of imagine your life having made that choice. Like if I picked option 1, what is my life going to be like? Sit there and imagine it. How does it feel to you? Do you feel happy? Do you feel good? Does it feel weird? You know, whatever it might be. And then go through each and every single one. And whichever options make you feel the happiest, Go ahead and narrow those down. And then sit down and do your research. What do you have to do to make these options a reality? The work that has to go into it. Is it worth the joy you felt when you were imagining it? You know, so it's like kind of you're treating your mind like a fitting room. Like you're trying on these different options, and then you're doing the research and you're trying to figure out, okay, is what I have to give up or what I have to put in worth what I'm going to be getting back out of it, right? And in that way, it's going to be easier to make a choice. Your love card for the week, Virgo, is the World and its major arcana. Some of you are clearing out some love karma, guys. Some of you are clearing out some love karma. Some of you are getting some closure from somebody that did you dirty. Some of you are making amends towards someone who you did them dirty. You know, it like I said, it's going to be different for different ones of you. Now, this also tells me that whatever cycle you've been experiencing in your love life, like say you've been in a cycle where you've been single forever, that cycle is coming to a close and somebody new will be preparing to come into your life. Those of you who've been dating a certain type of person where you're like, oh my God, not again, not again, not again, you finally successfully completed that cycle and you're done. You've learned that lesson and you're having a healthier or higher vibration come in. I would definitely check out the love reading for January, which is already posted. Like I said, the link will be in the description. And then keep an eye out for the mid-month update, which is coming up in a couple of days. Your moon sign and rising sign videos, guys, are going to add so much more clarity and so many more details for you as well, because it's being more pinpointed to the specific ways in which your energies are being affected right now. And the new moon link will be in the description as well, for those of you who want to know more about the new moon effect that you're going through right now personally. But as always, guys, reach out. Let me know if you'd like a private reading. Unfortunately, my turnaround time right now is 5 to 7 days. Please be patient, guys. And if you did email, I'm still going through and responding to the ones that are waiting or pending. There's a bit of a wait, about a week, but I will get to you. Okay, I promise. So just be patient. And thank you. Keep an eye out for the community posts. I'm announcing a special giveaway to say thank you for 20K subs. Thank you, Virgo. Thank you for watching. Till next week, my friends.